My name is Chang. I'm the director of the film China Heavyweight. I wanted to make this movie because I love kung fu movies and I love boxing films. And the opportunity to shoot a boxing film in China was like making a hybrid of the two. And I liked to explore the country of China and the people of China through the subject of boxing. Boxing was banned in 1959 by Chairman Mao because it was considered too Western, too violent, too capitalist. And for those reasons alone, I found it very interesting. Once they lifted the ban in 1987 and opened the doors to reform, what I wanted to explore in this movie was the idea that people in China are now are sort of searching for themselves. They're trying to discover their own selves and breaking away from tradition. And in the boxing mold, you have a sport that is very Western, very individual. And for me, it was almost a commentary using this sport and following a film that would hopefully shed some light on that experience of what it means to be Chinese in a modern China.
Are you a boxer yourself?
I would like to pretend that I'm a boxer myself, but I enjoy watching boxing. I am not a boxer myself. I live through it vicariously through the subjects that I follow in the film. I'm trying to tell the audience. I'm trying to give using a bigger picture issue of China, looking at changes in China, but not like you would read in the headlines of a newspaper, but rather focus and zoom in on a macro story. And through that macro story, the life of a coach and his two students, following them for 2 years and watching them develop and change, for me is a way to understand a country and a culture better. The reason why I make the type of films that I make, I hope they feel like fiction films. I want to make movies that have a narrative, that have a drama. In this film, these boys have to go through serious life changes where their futures are decided in fights, in competitions, and likewise, the coach that we follow in our film, Coach Chang, also has to face life decisions, and he decides in the movie to fight one more time. I want to keep it a surprise, the outcome of the movie, but I would just like to say that it's quite dramatic. For me, the outcome of the film puts us in a deeper framework, and I think it's for me a stronger ending, and one that I could have never have predicted. And I think that the outcome speaks volumes to what it means to be a human, what it means to be Chinese. I think that it really is a movie that asks the question, what does it mean to be human? I think boxing is often used as a metaphor for life. And I think in this instant, in this movie, China Heavyweight, I'm also trying to do the same, to ask questions. And again, what does it mean to be human is the essence of the film. We picked Sichuan pretty arbitrarily. It was not because I wanted to film in Sichuan. I would have filmed anywhere in the country, but we found this one particular school. And this school had a wonderful environment, a beautiful location. I liked the characters that we found in Xiang and the two boys. That was the reason why we decided to make the film in Sichuan. We were filming for almost 2 years. We filmed over 200 hours of footage. We followed maybe over 5 different characters, and in the end focused on the 3 that you see in the movie. You know, part of the process of boxing on the amateur level in China is the recruitment of these new fighters. And as you see in the film, the coaches go on recruitment trips to rural farms and schools to look for potential fighters. They recruit young girls and boys between the ages of 12 to 18 to become to train them to become potential champions. And for me, this movie explores that process a little bit, the process of the state amateur sports committee and the way it works. And through that, I think we get a sense of sort of nationalist collectivist process of training athletes. And then using boxing, it culminates in the question of, at one point they have to break away to pursue their own dreams or to pursue dreams for the country. The first film I made was a documentary called Up the Yangtze, 沿江而上. And it was a documentary that followed the livelihoods of people that lived along the Yangtze River in China and just before the flooding by the Three Gorges Dam. My next film is a departure from the Chinese subject. I'm working on but intimately connected in a way. I'm interested in exotic fruit. And this next film I'm making is called The Fruit Hunters, and it follows people that are obsessed with finding and collecting and preserving different types of exotic fruit from around the world. Boxing is not about the fight itself in the end. It's important. That's an important part of it, the story. But the boxing is about all the drama that leads up to that moment. And so the intention of the movie was to build the character backgrounds of each character, all their struggles, the conflicts, and so I think a particular scene that might be of interest would be the moment when Miao Yunfei meets his mother to tell her that he wants to quit the amateur school. That to me is a striking scene, a very emotional scene. Thank you. 谢谢.